Shortcuts is the key. One of the things that I think that is further evidence is you see a lot of fighters use steroids as a way to enhance their recovery time, so they can train more and come back from injuries faster. Come back from a hard workout faster. The first time we did an interview was almost 2 years ago, and that was at the beginning of your comeback training after the Larry Donald fight. So this if you will, this latest comeback with the fights in Dallas and San Antonio hasn't been a 6-month thing, hasn't been a 4-month thing where you just try to get back in shape. This has been a long, gradual, steady process, which is, if someone wanted to do it in 4 months, they would probably use some assistance from drugs, yeah?
Well, with me personally, I was accustomed to, when boxing first started, being able to fight 4 or 5 times a year. Yep. And, with me, you can do that if you have certain opponents. But if you fight tough fight, your body just ain't gonna allow you to do it.
When you trained against Donald, you had a really good training camp. Yeah,
well, yeah, I did.
You were in great shape, just like you are now. But your body kind of failed you in the fight. Yeah, you had shoulder problems, back, hamstrings.
It's just because.
So I guess my question is, how's your body different now than it was at that time?
Well, my shoulder's no longer injured. And I think that sometimes when you recover from an injury, but your mind and everything ain't don't really accept it yet. Your body, my shoulder wasn't hurt, but I'm still hindered by, is it gonna hurt if I swing, and stuff like that. And so I was catching cramp, but everything happened because the fact that it's a mental state, because you've been injured. Instead of rehabbing the proper way, where you get your muscles the memory that they need to have to win. So it show you something about me. Even though all that, I was able to fight it because I believed I could beat it. The same thing in that same situation. I fought James Tony because I felt that I could beat it. I fought Chris Bird because I felt that I could beat him. Only thing is that just because I felt like it, my performance wasn't good enough to win. Chris Bird beat me, James Tony beat me, Larry Donald beat me. And only thing that I can say, well, hey, that was my fault. Because you know what? I went in there believing it, even though the way that I feel, I still believe I could beat him. And that's the reason I took the fight. I don't go in no fight don't thinking that I can win.
Of course.
And the fact is, I took it for granted. But these are the things that I don't take for granted anymore.
Do you think your body's back to where you need it to be to win the world championship?
Yes. And that's really I'm very confident, because if I could train hard and my body was feeling the way that it was feeling and still do all right, I realized that, it's a mind thing.
But you've had to adapt your training as the years go by. You don't do as much road work now?
No, I don't do as much road work as I do, because it takes too much out of my legs, and it take my leg too long.
How do you get cardio? How do you get your cardio?
Well, cardio. See, one thing about older, your lung expands, so you don't get tired that quick anyway. You can endure. The fact is, you need that explosive. You need to be able to get into that next gear. How fast would it take you to get into that second gear, that third gear? Can you switch, make it go up and down? See, that's the whole art of the game. When you're older, you can endure, but you in that one gear, somebody beat the daylight out of you in that one gear. You had to be able to get out of that gear.
Sure. I think the people expected you to beat Bates, and you surprised a lot of people against Okendo. Yeah, an impressive performance. What do you think the fans going to see against Medellin?
Well, the realistic thing is that I'm better, and they would see me throwing a little bit more punches, and they would get opportunity to see some of the stuff that I've always been a good counter puncher, and I see punches real well, and I get away with it. And they ain't been able to see that a lot, because when my shoulder was injured, I couldn't do that. And so I took a lot of punches because I couldn't get out the way.
Yep.
I could not get out the way, but I can get away them punches now. I always had good odds, but the point is, if you're injured, you don't get away from the shot. So you get hit with more shots. the shots I used to get away, I was getting hit by them shots. And I realized I couldn't get away, so I just went strictly defense, and everybody wondered when I was going to counter. I went in a position to counter because my shoulder. But now that I've recovered for that, they would see a lot of counter shots. You know, they would see that I would actually pressure him, put a little pressure on him, make him swing at me. Because I make him swing and then I counter. Then if he don't counter, then I just take him out. But that's part of the game of boxing. They say, okay, let's see what you can do. And every time he swing, I make him miss and make him pay. And so when you do that, you shut people down. Then when you shut them down, you just go ahead and take them out.
We know your next goal is to become world champion again. But a lot of people are clamoring for to see a lot of fights that didn't happen in the day when they could have happened. A lot of your contemporaries are making comebacks as well, such as David Tua, Oliver McCall. Is it possible we might see a fight against a matchup that could have been a classic?
Well, my thing is that I'm not looking to go that route. Meaning that is, you know,
the money's there.
No, not so much as money. That, you know, if these guys get a championship fight with somebody, I'm interested in fighting for a championship fight, but I'm not trying to redo something that ain't gonna put me in a high state. You know, the whole big thing is that I'm not in the game for money. I'm in the game for the goal of being the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And I realized that the money will follow that. The very best, that's where the money gonna be. The very best fights, and you know, and that's the reason why that I never choose opponent. I choose the championship because whoever is the very best is going to be having the championship belts. And so, you know, in my eyes, the four champions are Shannon Briggs, Klitschko, and Valuel, and Moscow. You know, and so until that change, then, you know, if that change, then I have to make some adjustments to strive for the people who actually get the belts.
All right. Well, good luck in Corpus on the 17th.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.